Alright, how y'all doing today? Yeah, let me just go ahead and kill this pretzel music because the game music is so much more. Oh man, how y'all doing today? Oh man. I keep saying it. I really do mean it. Oh man, it's just like so I don't know what's going on this week. Other than the bunny ears, I think they're screwing with me. Come on, camera, focus. This isn't a hard thing to do. It's what you're designed to do. Why aren't you doing it? All right, whatever. Really, camera, why do you do this? There we go. Finally. So I know I've played it before, but I swear I think the bunny ears have got me jumping between jobs this week. I don't know why. But yesterday I was a mech mechanic. Now I'm gonna be piloting a mecha to build Dyson spheres. Wonder how far I'll get. No, we are not doing enemy forces. I've never used them before. I have no idea what they're like. I don't really feel like having a hard time on resources, so let's just flip that. Kind of like that one. All right.
The unknown, created in exploration.
Any kind of spaceship that can move like that, does not deserve to be called a spaceship.
From zero, transforming into infinity and beyond. It spreads and becomes the shadow of the galaxy.
I would love to try it one time, but just
As
haven't
dark fog
felt
rises, the stars dim.
comfortable, I guess you can call it.
You will embark on a new journey.
Also, we have a new sound alert today, Ghost, if you're still here.
Arrive at target cluster.
Welcome to the real universe. Very soon, you'll find this place different from our homeland. But you should be able to adapt to the laws of physics here in no time. I'm your advisor. I will assist you in completing this mission. Everything here belongs to you. As a member of the Cosmo, a pioneer of the Dyson Sphere program, you will explore this cluster from ground zero.
All right, so we're probably
Make
heading
use of
for
the resources
Corona
available
Australia's
to
3
build a
there.
Dyson Sphere that that supplies energy to the center brain to maintain homeland simulation. I've chosen a planet for the mission, and there are essential resources for the initial development. Now, please pilot the space capsule toward this planet. Now you're about to arrive at the target planet.
I do like the style of
Space
this
capsule
game.
will land on the target planet in 3, 2, 1. Landing.
Come on. Always takes a while to get used to all the different stuff. Set this to to research. Go to a replicator, make magnetic coils.
Replication completed. Research complete.
Alright, so we'll get iron on tap first. So the nice thing about the research in this game, and if I remember correctly, if I hold shift, I can rotate freely instead of grid lines. Alright. There we go. Sorry about that. Early game is really, really slow in this. I apologize. It's just like, yeah, no, there's no excuse for it other than the fact that the early game is just really, really slow in this. I don't remember shift.
Replication complete.
Clear us up some space to work from.
Research complete.
Nice.
Research complete.
I know it seems like a waste to take out all this stuff for the one person actually hanging around watching. But, getting it all out of the way means that I have more room to work with. And it's also resources. Like all that wood. Yeah, no, I can use that to power my mecha until I get better stuff. Hey, sorry, how you doing? Yeah, I'm slow. It's slow moving at this point. It's a truth. Alright, so... Alright, I just need to, queue up 10 more. Yeah, that'll work. And 10 more. I'm out of iron. I mean, the nicest thing about it is, you know, if we go out here,
Replication complete.
zoom out. Yeah, it's a whole ass star cluster that we have to work from. Kind of neat.
Research complete.
Cool. That gives me conveyors, and I can do this. And use one of those sorters we just got to do that. Now I can go in here and just set iron plate recipe.
Insufficient materials.
Really? Okay. Fine. Fine. We won't. That's it. There it is. Let's see. What are we missing to make these? And this one, instead of iron, we want to make magnets. Fucking magnets, how do they
Insufficient
work?
materials.
But we got what were my thoughts, dude. Last night I had a blast. Even if I physically didn't do much of the forward action because I was just in a supporting role, I had a blast. That didn't connect to anything.
Replication complete.
All right, now if we just, where's the mighty go? Slim and I were talking about like legitimately, I admit that when we're playing in groups like that, I do have a tendency to fall 100% into the support role. Let me, you guys plan out what you want built, and I'll make sure it gets built. Honestly, probably why I was bothered so much by how when on that run with Sarah where we had the auto building going on. Felt like there was no point in other people being there. Yeah, no, dude, and I was doing good. I drove my nearly 10 kilometers before I went over a hill just a little too fast, and there was a tree in my landing spot. That's what flipped me. It wasn't even, just, bad driving. I hit a tree. I hit a tree in the worst kind of way, like I was completely out of my ability to control where I went. Which, curiously, we still haven't done, so we do need to work on that next time. I mean, I'd be more annoyed about us flipping the rovers if it wasn't for the fact that that having the rovers is honestly kind of pointless. Yeah, more than one. While it's nice to have the additional rovers, yeah, like I was angled up. My camera was angled up. I went over what looked like it was going to be just the top of a hill, ended up being a cliff. I'm YOLOing down. I re-angle my camera so I can adjust how I'm going to land, and there's a tree right where I need to land. What am I going to do? If I turn in midair, I'm going to land on my side and roll. If I leave it straight, I'm going to hit the tree and it's going to flip me. I was just kind of screwed. With all scrap, it's like, okay, it doesn't really benefit any of us to have more than one. All right, and what do we need?
Replication complete.
What do we need to make?
Research complete.
Cool. We can start the bulk of the research now. What do we need to make conveyors? Okay. So we're going to start out by getting another one of these made. Probably a few. What are the nice things about this game? Yeah. True. Well, yeah.
Replication complete.
Well, there's nothing saying we can't make a big enough ship to drive the there's nothing saying we can't make a big enough ship to drive the rover onto. Then it's just a matter of
Insufficient materials.
That's why I was a little. I think that's part of the reason why I gave Slim a little bit of shit last night when he took it out for a joyride to go find things.
Replication complete.
Like, hey, we only have the one. We don't have any other way to recover. Why did you take it away from the base? And I didn't even think about it until he was on the way back and he was doing donuts across the ice. Yeah. Which if we decide to play this long term, that one long term, we should probably get it on a host. Wait, is it really already locked up? Oh, brain. Smooth brain mode. know what? You are incorrect. You work, but you're incorrect. I would rather... Alright, that'll start stockpile. Yes. That setup on a server is probably going to be almost crucial if we want to continue it long term. What else can I make from just these two without needing to get copper over here? Which I need to do anyway. Like, there's only one use for these magnets. This is, you know, at this point in the game, this is all they're used for up until a little further ways in. If we're looking at our builds, those need gears, these don't, these do. Do. These don't. These don't. So what order is best for this? All right, yeah. Brain must brain. Come on, brain.
Insufficient materials.
Thing is, raw copper isn't really used on the bus anywhere. It's always as a component of something. Except, yeah, no, even there. Oh, that was wrong. That was wrong. How you doing, Zamura? All this is wrong. My brain is leaking out my nose again. Alright, what do I have in the way of space? Not a lot of space. Wow. It's basically Factorio in space, you know? Without, you know, and it's only recently been that they added enemies. Alright, so let's figure this out. It's lazy to just automatically go for a blueprint every time. I don't want to do that. Besides, it's fun to, you know, to math out ideas. if we make this one the magnet coil, then we can stop the magnets here and carry the copper to here where we can make electric circuits. That eliminates both the copper and the magnets from the equation, while giving us things that'll go down the aisle a ways. And if we put the yeah. These get carried on long term. These get carried on long term in this super basic mall. These are the components needed for the matrix. You know, for the matrix lab, for the research. So we want these to go all the way down to the end. So if we bring the regular iron line here, have the electromagnet one start here, and the circuit one start here. That'll give us all three of those on that side. And if we bring magnets into here, yeah, I can still pull that in. Copper in here, but have it move to the inner line to here. Then we can bring the gears in like that. Alright, then we can... I've only got one left before I have to build more. So we're going to want to prioritize the gear-based builds first. So we can, because gears are going to be going away, so we get those built first, or better. So that's going to be a conveyor belt. Which will be taking iron and gears and outputting to a chest right here.
Insufficient materials.
Then if we're looking at, I want these next because these will let us expand and grow, expand and build. So this may be power, but this is assembly. I want this first.
Replication complete.
Go grab some iron.
Replication complete.
Alright, kind of need that one.
Insufficient materials. Upgrade complete.
We said this one needs to be assemblers. That means the third one needs to be mining machines. And then we'll make this one turbines. For now. Hey, what's up, Sai?
Insufficient materials.
All shall be awake, yeah.
Replication complete.
This one needs gears, iron, and electronic circuits. So it needs the iron and the electronic circuits. Gears are coming in from the other side. This one needs all four. Okay. By the way, this is also why we limit to most of these to one stack. So that they do fill up and not be a problem. And this one just needs gears, iron, and electromagnets. So all right, we've still got to put sorters down, but that'll, in the next spot. But I want to get. All right, Sai, have some fun with the sleeps. Don't oversleep. This one is definitely going to be sorters. Alright, and this is where we realize we screwed up in our initial assessment here. We need 3 of these. This one is our magnets. We only need 1. They're only used for one thing, so don't need it to go very far. Don't need a lot. This is iron. We're gonna have 2 of these running. Yes, onto the same line. It really does not matter. I would rather have it backfilling the line than underfilling the line.
Replication complete.
Now we can bring our copper over. apologize if this isn't the most interesting thing, but the late game logistics builds for this just get insane. Like interplanetary, warping between planets with materials. It's fun. To me, at least. And this needs iron and electronic circuits, so we can just, Yes, I know everything is low power. It is all low power because we have, because we suddenly turned on a bunch of stuff. Takes a little while for it to start backfilling. Especially the gears. Once some gears finally start getting down this way and not getting sucked up earlier like that. Yeah. Once we start getting more of these, I'll be able to start filling more power in. It's not going to be enough to meet 100% demand. I mean, we're 150% grid utility. We need more power, but right now that is our only power source, so we're kind of relying on it. Still gonna have small spikes, but that'll hold us for the moment till things start filling in. I'm gonna get a little bit of this. This is always the good stuff. A little bit of coal power for the mecha. There we go. Ooh, I thought I limited you. All right, so that means we need so while that's started researching, let's
Insufficient materials.
what is required for our smelters? It does require smelted stone, so does this. They're like the only things I have access to right now that need them. And I won't be making enough matrix labs anytime soon for me to feel like Hey, Slim! But I do need smelters and storage.
Replication complete. Research complete.
Cool, that's better power. That's coal. How you doing today so far, Slim? That's more coal, so 2 coal veins. That's stone over there. All right. Oh. Come on, camera. There we go. What are we missing for these? What is going on here? Did I not? Oh, I am an absolute brain dead potato. I apparently forgot to put the iron in to the there we go. Yeah, you haven't been streaming a lot lately. Unfortunately, I have to work the next couple of nights, but Friday night, Friday morning, one of the two. Or we can save it for Saturday morning. Saturday morning, my time. I just want 1 or 2 of these to take with me, the mining machines. But that means we got to get a little bit of backfill on that, on the assemblers. You know what? At this point, it might be faster for me to just manually craft a couple. Yeah.
Replication complete.
Alright, let's mine some freaking stone. Slim, have you ever thought about getting this game? It's definitely a single player type game, unfortunately. But it is fun. It is called a Dyson Sphere program. And it goes full stellar. All those bright stars you see, you can visit those. You can build on planets around them. And you can send up automated transport chains between all of them and surround every single one of those stars with a Dyson Sphere if you want. There's even one somewhere, yeah, a black hole all the way out here that you can do that to also. Ask me how that works. I don't fucking know. I enjoy it though. It is actually a pretty fun game. You know, there is a mode that introduces a hostile nanobot and AI to it, but I don't have enough experience. I don't have enough experience with the game to be comfortable
Insufficient materials.
running that one yet. Yeah, it's not a matter of how does that work, it's that fuck you, it works. Although it is one of the worst methods of generating power. You know, as far as Dyson Spheres go, it produces very little power. It's really only for hey bitch, I actually did it kind of effect.
Insufficient materials.
I think I actually did it once on on one of these, built around a black hole just for shits and giggles. I only built a Dyson belt though, I guess you can call it. It was using the Dyson Sphere tool, Dyson Sphere methods, but all I did was construct a belt around it. That would be cool, but I don't think so. So let's put it this way. I'm not going to tell you that you can't, but I'm going to tell you that you're not going to be very successful. How about that? I mean, I enjoyed everything we played last night, so I didn't find anything about, anything off about them. I mean, honestly, the only thing that bothered me about the 16X was we didn't expect them to be built that early. That's my only beef with the 16Xs. Is Ghost and I were just trying to get the minimum up, and suddenly we were dealing with things that need thousands upon thousands of plates. When our production was in the 10s and 50s. That was the only beef I had with it. I swear, you better not put that on there. That's that bad juju there.
Insufficient materials. Replication complete.
All right.
Insufficient materials.
Wait, I don't need to go here. I can go over here. I can take a stack, and now I've got all the ones I'll need for the foreseeable future. And this one is going to give me my storage.
Insufficient materials.
Oh, I never built those. I did not realize I never built those. Okay.
Insufficient materials.
Well, the music just said, all right, we're done here. I mean, yeah, it would be nice. Can't believe I missed one of the most important things. All right, so we want this one to produce these. And then we're gonna make another one because honestly, early game we don't need a huge amount of these. Later on, we're gonna want to automate them, but by that point, we'll also have logistics drones, which we get fairly early in the game, really, honestly.
Application complete.
And we'll put this one right here. This one is going to be for research. Oh, how you doing, Ghost? Thank you for the Dragon's Ore. Yeah, the reason I'm only building one of each of these is because until this all backfills decently, we're not producing a lot of electronic circuits. Honestly, this whole setup here is to just run passively in the background while we start planning bigger builds. Legitimately. You know, this will let us start farming our research, building our getting ready for bigger builds. I kind of need this smelting purification to be done though, so trapdoor. Yeah, our first effort is going to be getting a proper iron build. This one's just not enough to keep up in the long run. He'd do it too. Like our first order of business now. We've got a small babysitter base here, basically. The iron is what's really suffering here, legitimately. I mean, look at it.
Replication complete.
Like, legitimately, until that finishes backfilling. God, what do these even stack to? God, these stacked to like 200 or 300. Oh, God. Yeah, we could have probably done with two of the electronic circuit assemblers. It'll be fine with one. It's just going to be slow backfilling and getting research going. Yeah, we could probably use two. Look at it. I need to go get water. I am out of water. We're close enough. So while this runs for a minute, I'm going to go get water.
Replication complete.
Alright, nice. Yeah, no, last night was fun. I definitely want to play with you guys again. My roommate persists in the insanity that is
Research complete.
wanting to my roommate persists in the insanity that is what do you call it, brain function 0. My roommate persists in the insanity that is, hey, the high today is 76. Let me set it so that the AC can't kick on till it's 80.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, so if I remember correctly, one of the upgrades that is necessary is energy circuit here. Increases how much the mecha produces from passive. And the first one requires physical items. The others require research cores. Oh no, did I put the wrong one? No? Oh, I see what happened here. Oh, whoops. you see what happened there, Slim? Whoops. Yeah, I mean, all of us have enough experience in the game that we can just kind of that we are capable of saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do my thing. You got a problem with that? No? Fuck, good. This right here is one of my favorite features of this game. Layering the belts like that, it's so fun. I'm literally setting this up for one thing, and that's just to get a little bit of a special material. It'll also provide yeah, I'm literally just doing this to get energetic graphite. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's so big, I know. Okay, so I do have food coming at 11, so I've just got another hour and a half I can play, but... No, it wasn't 1,000, it was 10,000. It was 10,000, and that's why... And that's why we were, he and I were talking, and, any outposts that we make for material, for resources, we're refining on the spot with somewhere between 4 and 10 refineries at each location. There's no other way we're going to be able to not overload the main base's power hub. Unless you want a wind farm that stretches to infinity, we're going to have to offload the refining to other bases. I think the best part for us as a group is going to be, we have a group base where we all work together for streams, for the collab streams, but then we each also just kind of fuck off to our own bases and, for any individual streams we do. Like, we come together as a team, but we all do our own solo work too. Any collaborative resource bases are free game though, for all of us.
Upgrade complete.
Nice. All right, sweet. That'll improve how much power I'm getting out of my mecha. And we're finally starting to get let's upgrade our logistics capabilities. I need to upgrade power. Oh. We'll hold off on that for now. Steel smelting is kind of critical, though. We'll get that queued up. Get that queued up. That. EM drive is pretty freaking important. So are engines. There's no point in the weapon systems, but we'll get them at some point just so we can have them, you know? But yeah, the tech tree on this game is not small, although it does definitely want narrowed down to just a few things near the end. Like making artificial stars in magnetic containment. And controlling matter and antimatter reactions. Oh, we're running low on power again. Okay. We'll just go here. We'll grab a stack of these and start. I don't need to do that anymore. It's only one for now. I'm definitely gonna have to move it. It'll do a good bit to keep us at a. It'll at least serve to generate for now. Generation X. Alright. So the next step is massively upgrading our research capability. So we're gonna go take a look at our world now. We're gonna view the we're gonna open up the detailed display and see the vein distribution. So we need iron and copper relatively close together for this. Like we have a potential like in this area right here. This is what we've already tapped. But I kind of like these two right here. I kind of like these two right here, right here for it. Yeah, we'll fully utilize these two, build up production chains for smelting columns for it, and set up production chains for well, the thing is, the iron has to be split two ways. It's got to be magnets and iron. And I want to ask you guys. I want to. This is semi-serious question here. Do we want centralized research at the at the pole for the long term? Like once we have 2 or 3 researches, well, 2 or 3 of the matrices. Or do we want to hold off on centralizing our research how fun would it be to turn the entire planet into a research base? Like nothing but matrix labs, and that might be an endgame thing we do if we decide to go that far. I know this isn't particularly engaging for you guys, seeing as how it's single player, but honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that we don't have foundations yet, I wouldn't even bother clearing these. Alright, that should be enough room. Slim, I swear, I think you would like this game for for a casual playthrough. You would love this game for something just to play. I don't know how well of a series it would do for you, but it would be, you would enjoy it. It's got a lot of tactical thinking, well, strategic thinking in the way you plan things. I'd say Dirg would love it too because it's so similar to Satisfactory, looks-wise, but I don't think we need to lose him in another game for 6 months.
Research complete.
Nice. All right. Like, I can't utilize this one quite as well as the other. Without
insufficient materials. Insufficient materials. Replication complete.
We'll, I gotta go grab some more supplies. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna have to grab a bunch of the time for some water. I would think 10's enough. Ghost would probably say 20, but I'd say 10's enough. Also, Slim, this right here is why I think you would absolutely love this game. Honestly, I think personally, I think we should probably go the America one just for simplicity's sake. But it really depends on how many people outside of the US we're gonna be trying to get on. Like if we're planning on having Angry and Durg and you on all the time, it might be worth considering getting one of... Slim, you would have probably have an easier time getting 12 Australian space engineers to get players together than you would American ones. Because most American ones are probably prefer to play isolationist, not cooperative. Yeah, we might be able to get Angry on there, depending on how he and Ghost are doing. Kron would definitely get on. Yeah, no, I get why there's tension right now. But as somebody who just wants to play games, it also seems stupid to me. Well, nobody said Angry and Ghost had to be on the same team. Nobody said those two needed to be on the same team. That, in fact, that would probably be a danger to all of our health. Mostly mental health, but, you know, doesn't change the fact. This is probably not the right ratios for smelters, but fair enough. Just can you warn them this isn't the kind of server that you spend 300 hours straight in and completely blow everything out? You know it's a valid concern. Like, hey, if we've seen the shoe fit, you know it's going to fit somebody else eventually. Hey, I wasn't the one naming
Verification
names.
complete.
I wasn't gonna name names because at the end of the day, he genuinely just wanted to play. He just went a little overboard. Alright, now we just gotta set up a copper one over here. Yeah, that's kind of what we tried to tell him. We were playing it as a method of relaxing. Hell, we told him it repeatedly. It just got to the point that I had to uninstall it. Like, I understand why he made a lifestyle out of it. You know, weather conditions where he was at the time did not make it easy for him to go out and do things outside of the house, you know? He admitted when we started playing that because he was in between housing locations at the time, he couldn't really go fishing. I understand that. Oh, that was a bad one. So Slim, I love this feature, and and this is why. See how they're kind of too close together to do anything with them? I can just press plus, and it puts a space in after every 3. A space in after every 2, a space every 1. That is a boss-ass feature. And it'll remember that. Dude, I love that feature of this. And copy pasting is one button. One button copy, another, one button copy, another paste. Then they're side by side, so it's just like move your finger over to hand over to it for a moment and you get your copy pasting done. And here's the neat thing, and something I haven't shown yet. If I just get my conveyors down here, come on, finish up the conveyors. Now if I copy, paste, or I think it's a shift copy. There's some way to do it. Might be control copy. You're supposed to be able to copy paste the conveyors too, but I think that might be blueprints only, which understandable but disappointing. All right, we have our three materials. Of these three, the
Research complete.
About time. He got just a little bit cooked, I'll be honest.
Research complete.
What you trying to do to me? That's how it is. Shift and left mouse. There we go. That's how it works.
Research complete. Research complete.
All right. Yes, you can stack these, Slim. That's my favorite feature of this freaking game. Is you can stack certain buildings like the Matrix Labs.
Replication complete.
That's disappointing. I thought I had everything I needed for those. Alright. Now the research is really going to take off in speed over here.
At least for as long as we're doing blue.
Blue only. I way overbuilt that, probably. Yeah, I way overbuilt that for this point in the game, but when we're at the point we have researches that require 200 of the blue, 200 to 400 of the blues, I'd rather overkill it a little.
Upgrade complete.
But we've also got to start looking into the tech tree for where tier 2 is. Where is tier 2? Energy matrix. This is where we need to start working with oil, weirdly enough. Yeah, unlike Infactorio, and I think Satisfactory, where it's like the tier 3 techs that you start needing oil, or like 2.5 in Satisfactory. Yeah, no. Just to start researching tier 2 stuff, you need to do oil. So oil is like tier 1.5.
Upgrade complete.
This item right here is single-handedly the item that will give you the most stress across the entire playthrough. You need these literally by the million. I am not kidding. By the end game. Because they are used in so many things. You need them for magnetic particle the particle containers. You need them for reinforced thrusters. You need them for regular... No, you don't need them for regular thrusters. You need them to make, where is it? No, that uses the next tier up. You need them to make the next tier up of field generator. They're these two items, this item right here outside of basic electromagnets is going to use the most of your electromagnets of anything. Like, you wouldn't think it, but once we hit this, we've got to have we've got to ramp up the production on electromagnetic turbines and motors so bad. Holy cow, it gets so bad. And that's not even counting whatever's needed for these for the combat techs that that they added in the more recent update. If you need them here. Yeah, you need one there. The attack drone. Need it there too. The Corvette probably uses the supermagnetic. Oh no, it just uses a thruster and a particle trap, which requires it. Or just electromagnets, one of the two. Yeah, two of them. Like, there's so much that requires these throughout the entirety of the rest of the game. Like, even stuff up here needs the super magnetic. Oh, right. I can't do this one yet. Can't make I didn't queue up the drives, the motors till later. But like, we're chewing through research now. Enough that I'm actually going to call it a day here. And Slim, do you want to see, if you're still here, do you want to see me play this more? Did you actually enjoy seeing this played?
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, because I actually enjoyed playing it. I enjoy playing it. I wish I, Alright, well, I am going to end it here. It is coming up on Easter. Easter Sunday is the 20th, hence the bunny ears. Kind of why I've been doing that the last yesterday and today. So, I will see you guys next time. Oh, Wednesday morning there will not be a stream because I have to go do stuff, with my mom. She still can't drive, so she needs somebody to drive her around sometimes. So I gotta do that on Wednesday. So I will see you guys then. Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Catch you later. Peace.